Hi, I'm Joy, and this is September 8th, and the time is something above 6 a.m. अब 2 महीने हो चुके हैं for me being into content creation, and my life has completely changed. Okay, मैं अभी ये डॉक्यूमेंट कर रहा हूँ. I don't know कि कब तक होएगा और मैं नेक्स्ट कब करूँगा इसे, बट ये मेरे पर्सनल डॉक्यूमेंटेशन के लिए और ग्रोथ के लिए है, टू सी हाउ मच have I achieved or where am I at. So इसके बीच में I've learned a lot of things. Firstly, um, I remember 2 months ago, exactly July 7th ko, I was kicked out of my job, and it was sort of a voluntary exit as well, but more or less I was asked to leave, and I was cribbing कि अब क्या होएगा. I had a lot of anxiety, not just my job but also a lot of things were not happening. 6 months I had no collaborations, nothing. My life was not going anywhere. I was just letting things happen to me. कोई भी audition successful नहीं होता था. I was also not working hard, I would say, and that was my zone where I wasn't very active on anything either. Also, I lost all of my friends along with that usi time pe. Like most of my friends, a couple of my friends and the rest of the friends I had to remove, because that's when I realized, yeah, they are not going to stay later on, because I believe we have different principles and morals, etc. So yeah, life is nowhere. I mean, I don't know कि क्या होने वाला है. कुछ भी ग्रोथ नहीं थी, और करने की कोशिश भी नहीं कर रहा था मैं ऐसा कुछ भी. मन में है बट कुछ ऐसा स्पार्क नहीं हो रहा है कि ओ थिंग्स विल हैपन. जो किस्मत की खाई है मैंने सालों में, मतलब लास्ट मिनट एफर्ट डाल करके, वो अब नहीं हो रहा था. तो उससे ग्रेजुअली इम्प्रूव करना वाज द थिंग कि कब होएगा, कैसे होएगा. बट आई थिंक getting out of that job, losing my friends, not being successful at almost everything that I did, was my key to reach where I am today. Um, it's not like I've achieved so much, but I've achieved a lot more than what I did in the first 6 months of 2025. And कितनी सारी हैबिट्स चेंज हो गई हैं. आई मीन आई रेड 3 books बाय नाउ. आई हैव स्टार्टेड वर्किंग आउट. मैंने पूरा ऑलमोस्ट 1 महीने से ज़्यादा हो चुका है वर्कआउट को, और मैंने ज़िंदगी में कभी वर्कआउट नहीं किया है. आई यूज्ड टू बी सो लेज़ी. मेरा मैक्सिमम रिकॉर्ड 16 days का है. आई थिंक 15 या 14 days का ही है. एंड नाउ इट्स बिन मोर देन अ मंथ एंड I still feel like it, because I think one thing that I've learned from in all this process is discipline, and how it is a part of my life now. I can't live without discipline. I like spontaneity, but to a very, very small extent. I mean, to an extent where I'm also able to cope up with my daily tasks, because I really like doing them. It's not like it's a ritual anymore. I think some things have just become like reading books, and also workout. Also, I think I just want to be, now I've become that person who likes to be fit. I won't say oh, I want to work out. I'd rather, I want to, I am a fit person. That is how I see myself as. That is why I work out, I guess, and that is how this has become more than a ritual, and it's more like a habit now, So it doesn't seem like a chore anymore. There are other things that I feel like I incorporate in my life. I started ऑडिशन प्रैक्टिसिंग एक्सेट्रा. वो भी अभी मिस हो जाता है आजकल, तो क्योंकि वो रिसेंटली स्टार्ट हुआ है. बट आई एम प्रीटी श्योर इवेंचुअली वो भी हो जाएगा. एंड आई एम ग्लैड आई एम डॉक्यूमेंटिंग ऑल दिस. अदर देन दिस, आई ऑल्सो डॉक्यूमेंटेड in this diary notebook, whatever you want to call it, spiral notebook, and it's almost 75% or 75% filled. It has everything that I felt throughout these 2 months, and I'm surprised that I'm getting this thought exactly 2 months बाद. ऐसा भी नहीं है कि एक दिन पहले एक दिन बाद में. और things have gone great. I've worked with some of the influencers and brands that I always dreamt of, and always saw people working with them, and I never knew that they would be actually paying me to work with them. I have started to put in my best effort into content creation. I really like my work as well. Yeah, now sometimes it feels like, oh, it's a task and I have to complete it. But I think वो सब चीज़ों के साथ हो जाता है. Your art will always have resistance. Your work will always have resistance, because starting की excitement later on becomes a phase, it comes a phase where you actually feel like it is boredom. But people who survive that boredom are the people who live like with its benefits throughout their life, because I think some people do not have the excitement, do not fall for the excitement. The rest, majority of them fall right before they're about to win something. So I think I heard this from someone which says ki today is hard, tomorrow is harder, but day after tomorrow it is going to be just perfect. And most of the people die tomorrow evening. So that's, I have learned so much from so many people. I've read 3 books on ye 3 books have, and the fourth book is almost half done. So कितना कुछ सीख रहा हूँ मैं from these crazy individuals who've done so great in life. I mean, I think, wow, moral values, not to react, to cook my own breakfast, to take my mom more seriously, to help her out in most of the things that I can do for her, and to deal with my own shit by myself, like at least daily chores, which being brought up in an environment was always felt like a duty of someone else, and now I don't do that, and I'm pretty happy of the person that I am becoming, and I'm ready to see what future endeavors do I have to conquer. I'm not scared of failure anymore. That's even a better part of it, which always feels like every time a video doesn't go too well, I feel like it's steps to success. I heard it from an NBA player, and I got all of these statements into this little book, and I hope I can make a difference to somebody's life.